The people that win long-term are the people that make it so hard to lose that it becomes easy to win.
The greats do things when they don't always want to.
I always knew I only need one chance. All I needed was to get in there once. Just give me one shot and I'll take it home.
You have to be the champion before you become the champion, so that means lifestyle. You gotta be him before you become him.
How bad do you want it? Is it worth dying for?
No one is going to beat you at being you. I'm always working, but it looks like work to them, but it feels like play to me. And that's how I know no one can compete with me on it, because I'm just playing 16 hours a day. And if they want to compete with me, they're going to lose, because they're not going to do it 16 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Dude, if you're approaching this shit with a realistic mindset, you're only going to get realistic results. And for the most part, I'd say the word realistic is very easily equated with just an average.
Normal people get normal results. Weird people get weird results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and not expect to get what everyone else has.
People always fear being the new entrant, but when you have nothing going for you, it also means you have nothing to lose. And that means that every position on the board always has an advantage, because anybody who has achieved this big thing that you have was also once a 22-year-old who had nothing going for them.
Do you want to be on your deathbed knowing that you could, but you didn't? I asked that question for you. No.
I think you just gotta wake up one day and just say, so what? Like, who cares if you don't believe in me? I believe in myself. You don't put too much work to not have this amount of confidence. And if you don't believe in me, it doesn't change my success story. I'm still gonna win.
All heroes start out lowly. You start completely helpless. You start at great risk and with everything against you. And so then the question is, well, what the hell do you do about that?
Break the plate, take the shot, get rejected. Because the point of the game is to keep playing.
The greatest fear you face is yourself, because we all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept. It's to say, okay, I want that, because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself, right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it, no matter what. Go for it, not for anybody else, but for yourself.
Champions aren't found on the podium with their hand up. No, champions are found in lab studies, the thousands of hours of hard work when no one's watching. That's what makes the will unstoppable. When you're in here and no one else is, and you're pushing yourself harder than anybody.
Accept that all of your heroes are full of shit. Your heroes aren't gods, they're just regular people who probably got good at one thing by neglecting literally everything else.
There's a big difference between 99% and 100. I always thought that I was given 100%. I wasn't. But I was only 1% from making that money, from being where I want to be, from having everything in life that I've ever dreamed of. But it's that 1% that we sleep on. It's that 1% that we wake up in that morning and we're like, you know what? Not today, maybe tomorrow. Well, guess what?
If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret.
We want everything without the cost, and everything has a price. And you will never be able to get the sufficient modicum of success in any domain unless you are willing to trade from another.
You must adopt that mindset of working like you have no choice, feeling like you're late and behind schedule, and then being resourceful in the absence of resources, like figuring it out. And if you are willing to figure it out and do those things, then abandon comfort and convenience, like choose to do the hard things, like literally choose the staircase over the escalator.
It just takes work, loads and loads of work. Every time I try and dress it up or cut a corner, I get brutally reminded the work just needs doing. The work doesn't care who you are, it just cares that it gets done.
Winning wants to see how loyal you are to it. What are you going to do to get there and to stay there? And most people aren't. They're just, they aren't.
Why is it that people fail in life? It's no mystery. Most people are not willing to pay the price. The willingness to do what you know you should do, when you should do it, whether you like it or not, is the critical key to your success.
Of course, you are going to feel like not doing it way more than you're going to feel like doing it once you start to do it. The way you feel about doing it is irrelevant. All that matters is that you do it.
I knew my competitors better than they knew themselves. During the days where I didn't want to go, or I was tired, I was sore, this, that, or the other, I still went. Because if I'm gonna go to practice and I'm gonna get 10%, 20%, 30% out of that day, it's better than getting 0.
Athletes who turn up to compete, they put a bit more effort in. They try to be the best amongst their group. And then there are just those very few players who train to dominate. They train so hard that winning is inevitable.
Listen to me. When you've done all you can and you can't do no more, do some more. Don't you let no man outwork you. You ain't gonna outwork me, man. You get up at 5, I'm up at 4:30. You stay up to 11, I stay up to midnight. Well, I'm gonna just outwork you in every aspect of life.
I think having a purpose is that thing that makes us tick, that gets us up every day and gets us over the hump of opposition and adversity. And I think when you have a purpose, it's powerful because in the midst of the opposition, it makes you realize that you've been put here for a certain reason.
When I step in the field, when I step in war, when I step in the court, when I step in the ring, when I step in that class, I feel sorry for everybody. That's how you should think, because you know you willing to die for this. For me, bro, I'm going to be great or I'm going to die trying. It's one of the two.
No matter what area of work you do, it's about the dedication that you have and the love that you have for it, and understanding that failure doesn't define who you are. It's if you give up when you fail. That's when the problem lies. So it's all about just learning and evolving and being a better version of yourself every day. How can I be better? How can I move forward? And then I think over time you will get better and you will do well. Just never give up.